Master of Photography is an extraordinary photographic contest. Thousands of candidates from across Europe applied. Only 12 were chosen.
I think art can change the world.
8 weeks, 8 different challenges to master in order to win the first and largest competition open to amateurs and professional photographers.
I believe being a professional photographer today is really hard.
In each episode, a world-famous photographer mentors the contestants.
Street photography is 9.9% about failure.
Judging the pictures, 3 leaders in the world of photography. Oliviero Toscani.
Every time you look for consensus, you go straight to mediocrity.
Simon Frederick.
It's your picture. Do what the hell you want to do.
Ruth Blies Luxembourg.
Time's up. It's over.
Sorry, no, right here. Each week, one contestant is eliminated, losing their chance to win the biggest prize ever for a photographic competition, 150,000 euros.
You ready? Never give up.
Who will master all 8 challenges? Who will be crowned Sky Arts Master of Photography? In the previous episode, we have seen different scenarios leading to very different results for our contestants.
You were brave enough to place yourself center stage in the middle of that.
Some succeeded, while others failed to impress the judges.
I asked myself, what's happened to you? I don't know. I can't even judge.
So far, you've done your essays on the monuments of Rome, Berlin by night, and you had the task to photograph models. Now, next task, well, I know what it is, but I'm not supposed to tell you, but I'm going to give you a hint. Blonde. And it isn't the color of your hair. So, good luck with your next task. And please, welcome back now the judges.
Photographers, we've been able to see some improvements over the last 3 assignments. In this task, we're asking you to present a portrait of a great versatile artist. One of Quentin Tarantino's frequent collaborators. He has been Mr. Blonde. You've seen him dancing with a razor in his hands. Actor, poet, and photographer. The one and only Michael Madsen.
You have to be able to do something really outrageous. We do expect something really valuable.
You have 20 minutes to set it up, and you've got 20 minutes to get familiar with Michael Madsen and shoot the best portrait you can do. To give you a little bit of inspiration, we start by showing you this image of whirlwind horse. At that time, the portrait was also taken as a document for future generation.
We got a movie star. In taking portrait, you have to be able to be like a psychoanalyst, to photograph the soul of the person.
You know, we have this picture here of Jude Law. The picture editors all over the world want to have accessible pictures of celebrities. And that's what Jason Bell is able to do within his work. So once you come back from the assignment, Jason Bell will be here to meet and mentor you. I think you better get yourselves to the kit room.
Good luck.
Is there a general rule that you can advise our contestant?
Well, I noticed that more they're famous, easier they are to photograph.
Because they're used to it?
No, because they haven't got confidence. This side is not good, this side is better, and this side, and they don't photograph. No. Great stars. They help you to carry the luggage.
So at the moment, I'm probably going to go for the medium format. I'm also going to use the rangefinder. I love this camera, it's 35mm. I'm hoping to have a wider shot, so it might be a case that I can do it on the rangefinder.
For the task, I will use the mirrorless camera because I'm very interested in having a zoom lens.
But now that they have the task to all photograph one face,
Yes.
do you think each photographer, each contestant can find their way?
Yes, they can go close, they can have a distance. So I think the opportunities are endless for them to make a good portrait.
With more than 175 films under his belt, Michael Madsen is one of the most iconic actors of the last 30 years. From Robert Rodriguez's Sin City to Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, The Hateful Eight, Michael is used to work with the top Hollywood directors. An accomplished photographer himself, he knows if the contestants are the right thing.
Good morning.
Each contestant has under an hour to complete the task, and this large villa on the outskirts of Rome offers many different locations to inspire them.
It's not very stable, so...
To take the best portrait photograph, they need to set their ISO values according to the shutter aperture they want to use. In this way, they can control the skin tone and decide between having a descriptive or an emotional key background. They would also need to choose the right focal length for their zoom lenses and be creative with their composition. But technical perfection wouldn't be enough unless they succeed in gaining Michael's trust. That's their biggest hurdle. Army photographer Rupert is the first.
OK, I'm bringing a ladder for this job because I decided to get into the water. So I don't want to make it too messy, otherwise it'll ruin the appearance of the shot. It's not unusual. I'm quite confident with this task. I do quite a lot of portraits. I photographed everyone from the Queen of England, but most people I do portraits for are soldiers, but I like to do different things with them. And getting a bit of muddy water is the least of my worries, so I've chosen a mirrorless camera for this, so as I can change the lens focal length, so if I can take a varied shots and be quite quick with it. OK, and that should give me a bit of light to just shine onto in there. I don't know if it's going to do much. If the sun's out, it's not going to really do anything, but it's better to have it there.
Hi.
You got to say, how you doing?
I'm getting dressed for you.
Thank you.
What's your idea, man?
Oh, I found an old swimming pool.
Well, I don't want to get in the water.
No, you're not. Anyway, you're just near the water. You're not getting in there. And you're just stood next to it so I can get, like, a reflection.
Okay.
You ready to take a walk?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Casual, hands in pockets, stood there. I'm going to be in the water over there. Oh, my God. There's some big-ass frogs in here.
Where's the frog?
I just scared it. It was up against the side.
He's gonna get upset, man. This is his world.
Yeah. Good. I'm going to get right down in the water.
I got a 1.2 second draw.
I don't know. I'm pretty quick.
Meantime, Jan is getting his set ready.
This location I choose because it's quite moody, and I want to have a really big contrast with him and what I would like he wear. I gotta set the lights because there is obviously not enough light. And also put some gel. Like this, maybe it's not gonna be that white.
And look at me as though I've told you a funny joke. And you like gesturing with your hands.
That's so funny. Oh my God. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I was a bit far away from him. I felt, you know, I couldn't really communicate with him very well. And I wanted to chat to him. I wanted to get some pictures of him. So that's why I moved in, got a bit closer. Then I used the lighting.
Okay, man. Oh.
Cheers for that. Thanks a lot.
No, he was great.
Rupert's decision to change tactic and get closer to his subject in the middle of his shoots was a brave move. Hopefully, it will pay off.
Hiya.
Hey.
How you doing?
You got 2 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, I went for a swim, so these ones are a bit...
I was like,
But no, he's a really good bloke, actually.
he will talk in the photo?
What's that?
Do we have to tell him, you can talk now because
You'll
it's in the
find
photo?
out. I'm not telling you too much.
Okay.
So who's the next victim? Where did you come up with this idea?
I don't know. You know, a little bit like like a king or like a Russian Tsar, you know, that's...
While Jan is with Madsen, directing him with resolve, Mary is preparing the shoot. She has chosen a very peculiar setting.
I chose this location because this building is very rich and old, and I wanted something more modern metal, a very close environment. My idea is to put Michael in the corner with the reflection of the mirrors and try to do a sort of movie scene.
But you have like 6 kids, right?
Yeah. It's just insanity, man. It's so hard, man. Keeping up with them is just impossible. They have their own way of doing things.
Nah. Boys is normal, you know?
Yeah, I wish my 2 older ones got along better. They just at each other all the time, man.
This is...
F you, and you're nothing, and oh, man.
Do you have a time with them sometimes?
Yeah. Yeah. Every once in a while, I have to prove to them
Yeah.
that I'm still the all-powerful. Because they test you, you know?
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, buddy. That was painless. Wonderful. Interesting.
Really, no, you still have to go up, you know this.
Wow. My dream came true.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm the first woman.
We were just talking about that. Why are there no girls? Then suddenly you came in.
Oh, we are 3 girls? Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Can I see your tattoo? Oh my God, that is super cool.
You have wonderful tattoos, too, on the arms and everywhere.
No, my tattoos are shit.
Yeah, why shit?
What is that thing?
This is Xanax.
A Xanax?
Yes.
You mean the drug Xanax?
Yes.
You have a tattoo of Xanax?
Obviously, I saw.
Oh, I see.
I will be very quick.
To shoot against mirrors requires attention to details, something Mary has yet to prove she had mastered.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, yes. Oh, that was nice. Awesome, awesome. Oh, yes. I just talking just like I'm having sex. Oh, yes.
That's a good sound.
Okay, we're done.
I wanted to create an atmosphere of intimacy and portray the boredom or loneliness Hollywood actors can feel it.
Marta wants to be a director of photography, so for her, this is an amazing opportunity to see if she has what it takes.
Do you usually do this in the authors?
No.
No? Okay, so it's just
No,
my...
I eat at a table like a human being.
I eat in the bed sometimes. What kind of advice would you give me if I tell you that I want to be a director?
You have to just start doing it. Because no one will believe you until you do it.
Yeah, but I'm still in university. Okay, look at me now.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's like a portrait of boredom.
Michael wasn't enamored with Marta's setup. Will Ongwei's idea for better?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, my name is Ongwei.
What's that again?
Ongwei.
Hawaii.
I'm just trying to be like, making you as normal as possible, like you going home from a shoot and you're like going to your hotel room, have a time of relaxation. Or you can also try to put off your shoes. Maybe you're coming back from the Hateful Eight.
I got 2 different pairs on.
Yeah.
You're supposed to notice that, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So it's over.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're done. I'm just joking. I'll show you some tattoos, man. How's that? So, I just had me a little lie down.
Why did you decide just to put one boot off?
Oh, just for you. Because no one else in the world would do that except me.
Stay like this. I need to just change a little bit of the location. One of the issues working in a room is that you have mixed light conditions. You're working with natural light and artificial light. That can be problematic for skin colors. And you have some difficulties in post-production. I would love to have more time. Thank you for your time. I think we made some interesting portraits.
You're welcome, my friend. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Made it. Made it.
How was it?
How was it?
Everything went so fast. I feel so relaxed because I got some idea so spontaneous that it worked out.
Oh.
I didn't plan it, and it worked out better than I was expecting.
Neil, on the other hand, is not taking any risks.
Picked up your Expecting Rain book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I read it yesterday.
You got to be the first person who's ever mentioned it to me.
Oh, really? Once I learned that you were a poet, which, you know, is something that, you know, obviously... Big
Unexpected.
Movies, yeah.
Who thought Killer Bud was a poet?
Yeah. He is a poet at heart. He's a romantic. Everybody sees him as this tough guy, but he's actually a very sensitive father figure.
Well, you know, Quentin has always been fascinated by the fact that I write stuff.
Yeah.
But he's never really been embracing of it because he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
You know, because he's a writer, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost like he doesn't want to acknowledge it. He doesn't really take it seriously.
I went with a very clear plan, having read his poetry book, and once I'd set up, it was straightforward to get that shot done.
I want to shoot something that's evening night, like from the scene I have in mind, so I actually like that it's getting a little bit darker.
The only thing is that, honey, all the day I've worn everything.
Everything, so there's
Except
nothing...
for these three.
Okay. I mean, I think I like that one. Because I wanted something that's not that bright.
I like that one, too.
Oh, that's good.
So you're...
Can you lean like you did with both arms?
Like this?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I really like that one. And can you look like more to the distance? Yeah. So the inspiration for this is a poem called Road Trip that I read and that inspired me for the moment of being in a thought about future and past and about finding yourself. I don't even know if that was an intention, but that was the feeling it gave to me, and I wanted to catch something of that mood. I hope now you're not going to say...
It's really nice that you took the time to read that. It's very kind of you, because, you know, it proves to me that there's people who take the time to find something good.
I really felt like the conversation wasn't finished. I would love to talk more about it. Oh yeah, card inserted.
Hi.
Hey, how are you, man?
Right. Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I didn't know you were
here.
What's your idea? Like that?
Amazing. Can you sit? I want to see you also.
Sure, man.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
I want you stay just for a few minutes on the knee, and I want to use like my hand, and you stay like that, and I will choke you, and you stay like...
No, I don't want to do any violent stuff, man.
No problem.
Joking people and stuff, it's just, you know.
Okay.
It's silly.
So change completely.
Not the best of starts for our war photographer.
I'm an actor who portrayed a part that was written for me. Hateful Eight may be my last villain.
Unexpectedly, Gabriele's false start has ignited something magical and revelatory.
He's pretty bad. Joe Gage is pretty bad. Quentin took away all my conscience from that performance. No smiling, no laughing, no joking, just kill.
Okay, no problem, it's fine. Let's go to the shoots. Oh.
There he is.
Stand straight.
Oh, the bad dog coming home to stay. Hear the bad dog
a little bit more.
today. Oh, the bad dog coming home.
I'm not a politician.
Okay, I got it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
There you go. Ciao.
Back in the studio, the contestants are picture editing their photos before picking the one they will submit to the judges.
The selection process this time was a little bit difficult because I had some images which worked out and some images which were telling a little bit different story, maybe not suitable for the task.
I had that one picture in mind, and there was one where I think his expression was really like fitting my thoughts.
Jason Bell, known for his intimate celebrity portraits, will join them to give some guidance. Jason Bell is one of the most famous contemporary portraitists. From Monica Bellucci to Angelina Jolie, the British photographer meticulously researches all of his subjects, managing to get under their skin and capturing the unseen side of the planet's most recognizable faces.
Jason, there's something I want to ask you. I was thinking, when you make a portrait, do you understand it to be a collaboration?
In a way, that's the difference between sort of the work I do and, you know, a paparazzi. You know, I feel like a paparazzi is always taking a picture that there is no collaboration at all.
Okay.
And for me, people joke with me sometimes that, you know when you're being photographed by Jason. You know, I'm kind of in your face and I talk to you and I say, do this and do that. I'm very bossy when I take pictures.
Well, I find that hard to believe. Okay, I think our photographers want to ask you a lot of questions too. I see you later.
I read some of his poems before, and there was one there where he was talking about a cold winter night.
I think research is really important, so that's good to hear that you had thought about him and what he does beforehand. Sometimes it's not necessarily about the pictures either, it's about the conversation that you have with the person.
Yeah.
I'll be kind of quite honest, if that's all right. Let's go, I think this one here is not very flattering, so I'd probably get rid of that one straight away. This one, I don't feel the light is quite right.
It was awesome to see that he could phrase what was not good about the pictures that I didn't like myself.
Behind the scenes, in his life, he's like an American Idol, but it's kind of anti-hero.
How much of this did you explain to him?
Not so much. I don't care. I really don't care, becoming too much a friend, of him, it's a job for me,
To get a picture that not everybody gets, you need to make the subject fall a little bit in love with you.
Fall in love or hate your idea, so there is always the other face of the coin.
So if we start on the first one, if you just want to just show me that one.
That one?
Yeah. I find this one, I don't know, a bit strange maybe, like, what's he doing? So I kind of don't sort of feel quite why he's doing that. So I think, okay, so this one, I think this one is probably my favourite because there's something going on between you and the subject, which is what I want to see.
His final decision let me overthink the whole process, and it surprised me.
How was he?
Yeah, he was really good. He was friendly, he's chatty. I started off when I was on this shot here, I started off in the water.
No way.
Yeah, it was rancid.
Right, I've been there myself, so I know what that's like. This one, let's make that bigger. It sort of feels a bit nothingy to me. It's a bit of a portrait of an empty swimming pool, where I'm not quite getting enough of a sense of him.
I just felt a little bit disjointed from him, trying to get him to... I didn't feel like I was kind of connecting with him because I was, over this water, so I went for plan B in the end and came out and sat with him and talked and found that was more comfortable for me.
Otherwise, good job.
Thank you.
I really like this, but you slightly messed it up. What I'm finding annoying is seeing the top of his head here, which we might be able to just remove afterwards in retouching, and I find it annoying that we've chopped his face here and the hand. I just would have come around a tiny bit more to get that. The other option is we just crop the picture, so you just take this whole bit out. There's the line there, and we just leave it like that. Can I just see the bottom right picture? Yes. I'll be honest, it doesn't quite work. I mean, the problem, obviously, is you can't really see him. I think it would work quite well in amongst a set of pictures.
That sounds good, yeah.
One thing I would say about all of them is the light is very hard. It feels like you've used a sort of small, bare flash head, which is not...
Basically, that's what
yeah, I would, even if you just hang a bit of, white material in front of it, something to soften it a touch would help. You see on the one on the left, you've got this big highlight here, which is very distracting. Yeah. Your eyes going to that, not to him. I think if we could just have that one with the slightly softer light, You've used the room well. I mean, the way it's very symmetrical, it makes it look a bit more like a set, so it looks deliberate rather than being sort of stuck in this room. The colour temperature of the flash is very daylight, so it's looking very blue as you've shifted the colour to match the tungsten. So I'd probably warm the whole image up a bit and let these go very, very yellow. That doesn't matter, but it would be not so cold and hard on him. Hope that helps.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Photographers, I'm afraid your time with Jason Bell has come to an end.
Jason Bell has shared his knowledge with the contestants to help them through the editing process.
Great.
The photographers now have to post-produce their chosen picture. They can crop the image to cut away unwanted elements, tweak the colors, brightness, and the shadow's intensity.
Photographers, your time is over.
The pictures are ready, but before printing them for the jury, Michael Madsen pays a last visit.
You guys, you're all in big trouble. I want to see what you shot. You ready?
Yeah.
Well, here we are back in the swimming pool.
The swimming pool, yeah. That's my favourite shot.
I think I was saying, are we done yet?
Yeah, probably. I think you were saying these are my only jeans.
No, I'm just impatient, man. No, my ass was getting wet.
Yeah.
It's beautiful stuff, man.
I love also this really a lot.
What's he thinking about? 150 grand you guys are going to get. Wow. That's, you know what? That's a really, that'd be a nice poster.
Yeah.
Be a good poster for a movie. You in pajamas?
No, that's almost.
Close. I have to say, I was dreading seeing these, but I have to compliment you. They're much better than I thought.
Thank you.
I like Captain America, but also this one,
That's my favorite one.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, man.
I have something to give you.
Oh, really? Let me see. It's not a setup, honestly.
No.
Not a setup.
So you give me 5 minutes of your life, I need to give you something back, you know? You can choose one.
No, but it's the ones I pick. What is it? You're like a magician. These are great, man. Wow, 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 wow.
You can keep both.
Thank you very much. You know, I feel like I know each one of you now. Taking a picture is a really personal thing. Life is funny, because I'll probably run into one of you somewhere down the line somewhere, and we always have this thing that we'll share together. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Good luck.
Welcome back, photographers. In today's task, we ask you to capture the soul of a Hollywood celebrity.
This is probably where you see the capacity of a photographer. We start with Laura.
I loved researching more about him and find out that he's a poetess too. And for me, it was the goal to get that expression that he maybe had in the moment he was writing that poem. We were talking about that poem, and that was the moment for me that I felt in the poem I read about him.
I think it's great you've taken him into the landscape. There's something moody, poetic about him, for sure. Yeah.
I like the composition. I like the way the fence runs away. You know, I love his expression. I'm not feeling you've imposed your will too much on him. I love this picture.
I like the fact that I'm looking at the man, yeah, and I'm feeling his mood.
This doesn't really touch me that way. As a picture, it's very boring for me.
Hongwei, please come and join us.
I like the idea of the image that he's looking into the past. He was in this relaxed mode, and I wanted to him portray also in this way. In the right of the image, there's this unknown future.
Sorry, you're telling things that completely...
Okay.
I mean, to me, he's sick. I mean, he's got some stomach ache. He ate something wrong. He's just there, so uncomfortable. My God, he's at the end of his life.
What you've done here really doesn't quite work. He doesn't look comfortable, he doesn't look relaxed, he looks awkward.
And then the space to the right is very important, that floor. What is that, to put the luggage on? What is that? No detail, it's more why you leave it there.
You've not really got to know the guy, and you're very distant from him.
Maybe a better thing to do is just go in really close, make it really about him, throw the background way out of focus, talk to him, relate to him.
I have the feeling I'm quite missing the point why they don't like it.
Gabriele?
First time that I saw Michael Madsen, I was like 12 years old, and he was playing Mr. Blonde. So I try to describe him like the anti-hero, like the American anti-hero.
Well, what you've done here is actually quite interesting because by wrapping him into the American flag, he becomes almost like Mr. America, and he's tired, he's fed up. Maybe it's not perfectly done, but there is an idea there.
He really does look pissed off.
He doesn't even look at you, he doesn't like you. Great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Neil, would you please come and show us?
So this is Michael Madsen as the poet.
Why is the whiskey bottle closed?
It's an interesting question. He asked for the bottle of whiskey to be brought in, but then he put it down and he said, I don't drink whiskey at the moment. So to me, there's a sort of real-life relevance in him asking for the whiskey to be brought in.
I love your concept, love the research, but it's about you controlling the situation. Open the bottle of whiskey, pour some of it in the glass.
I'd have loved to.
Put the cap on the side, yeah? Because you're creating a scenario. It's your picture. Do what the hell you want to do.
I take that.
Ian.
I found this place. I like to give him as a masculine character, but from the other side, he is a very elegant and very movie star.
What is interesting here is that he's a little surprised that you took him there.
Yeah. He was totally surprised.
I can see that. And he's having fun. He's pleased. He's there for you, for the picture.
I was really wanted to make editorial picture, which one our magazine could publish.
Rupert.
I wanted to get close to him and connect with him because he's got a very interesting face. So mainly in this image, what I want to do is everything lead to looking back into his eyes and looking at his face.
One of the things I noticed about everybody's pictures is a lot of them have stayed quite far away, almost as if they're a bit scared of meeting Michael Madsen. And it is absolutely not your job as a portrait photographer to be scared. You've got to get in there. We want to see who this person is and what they're like.
Again, the last few weeks you've been improving, so once again, well done, Rupert.
Mary.
I was looking for something neutral, and I chose the elevator.
The doubling of him makes the picture very dynamic.
There is something disturbs me, that jacket that goes out like that.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got a hand there. I mean, those details, you're photographing somebody, the shapes, they have to be perfect.
They only talk about jackets, so I think that the best shot will be mine.
Marta?
Hello. I wanted to make something different, not the typical portrait. And I had the idea of represent the loneliness and the boredom of an actor.
There's a lot going on, but for me, the light on him in the middle seems to be out of sync than the light that the bedroom lamps would provide.
I like the way you've directed your subject. I think it's one of the best portraits we've seen so far. Photographers, it is now time for us to make our final decision.
One is different than the other. Everyone has got different personality.
Well, but some things don't work out at all. What was he thinking, putting him on the sofa like that?
This one, she doesn't know how to cut it.
Yes, but at least she tried to use the environment.
Well, try is okay. I don't care about try. I care about the result.
I like this.
Good details.
You know what I love about it? Look at all these details. She's art-directed this whole thing.
Yeah.
No, I really like this picture.
Yeah.
I think that there are some details that he could have taken care of.
The natural light also works well.
Yeah.
I'm spying.
Guarda, look who's here. Ciao. So.
Are you more impressed with this task than the others?
You know.
Yes. Everybody decided to photograph in color, but one photo in black and white.
That's right.
Then I'm surprised. I always think that portrait people say, let's do black and white.
One is standing out because he's the only one where the photographer managed to get him on another level.
So I think that you have a favorite this time.
Yes.
We do.
So let's go back and let the contestants know.
Photographers, it's time to face your verdict.
As usual, there are some who clearly stood out. And the first picture we want to point out is Rupert. We found this work to have an impact, to have a straightforward, clear impact on the viewer.
Thanks. There is another picture who really stood out of Gabriele. With photography, you have to tell us something more than the picture. And here he's on the right way. But I ask you something, Gabriele. Be careful when you present your picture. You better not speak. Be a photographer.
I'm not a photographer. I don't want to.
Okay, don't speak.
Portrait show comes down to confidence and knowing what to do. Gabriel and I are both professional photographers.
Between me and Rupert, there is a big difference because, you know, I study art. He, you know, always doing photography for a job.
Now, as usual, the bad news. Some of the portraits that you presented did not quite hit the target. To make a portrait of someone, you really have to get to know them. You really have to get to understand them. You really have to want them to communicate something about themselves. It's really hard to remain remote from somebody because ultimately that's what's going to show.
Okay, there is another picture who gave us some problem. Neil. I told you this is kind of a weak, it's boring, it's nothing really deep. You have probably to be more critical in every detail you put in your film. No detail is small, okay?
As you know, only 7 of you will remain with us here in this competition. So, between the 2 works, the least successful was Hongwei, yours. It was about you not getting close to your subject. You've not really got to know the guy, and you're very distant from him. And that's what we see in these pictures. I wish you all the best in your career, and thank you for participating with us. Thank you, Hongwei.
It's over. I'm sad because my idea with the image didn't match with the idea of the judges. On the other side, I'm relieved to finally to go home because I think I need a break now and try to focus on the future.
In the next episode of Master of Photography,
Today, you'll be flown to London.
a closer look at what happens behind the scenes. A new lesson from a master.
I think that keeps me from seeing what the story is.
And another photographer will leave the contest.